All right, well, let's go through the dailies that we have here for today. And the Ghanaian Times, let me just get it right into it, says, support government grow economy, majority courts minority. Ghana set to roll out 5G mobile broadband service. This is coming from the communications minister. State church must partner to propel development. This is the vice president speaking. And Pokwase Nsawam Road project in limbo, over 100 court cases, compensations, and relocation of utility lines delay completion. You know, of course, we had a conversation with the engineer the other day on this project. Yeah. They're still doing other parts that can be done, whilst these things are also being sorted out as well. So, and Ofusu Ampofu opens defense June 20 in alleged plot to harm EC chairperson.
All right, Kweku, I have with me the Daily Guide. You are sabotaging the economy, minority told. The story can be seen on page 3 of the Daily Guide. Leaked tape of Ofusu Ampofu to open defense in 3 weeks. 2.37 million euros ambulance case after forcing requests a live telecast trial. Baumia takes campaign to Volta region. A government to roll out 5G services soon.
All right, we have the Herald. Now the front page of the Herald, it says here, MTN mafia tactics in telecom industry exposed. Communications minister breaks its dominance, rejects companies $250 million US. APAC condemns government over stranded Ghanaian students abroad. Ooh, that issue is a sore area for me. I mean, you cannot do this. You cannot do this. You cannot send students abroad with a promise of looking after them. If you don't have the finances for 5 years, don't send them out for 5 years. Seriously. Seriously, we should do better as a country. I mean, there's no excuse for it. I don't even understand how we get away with these things, but yeah. And it's not just one country, it's several countries, you know. Richard Jakpa wants charges struck out in ambulance case, and YEA paying KIA allowance under skills development initiative.
Right, I have the Chronicle newspaper. Varsity professors have pocketed 700 million Ghana cedis as book and research allowances since 2020, and that's from President Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo. The ambulance trial, after forcing pays CJ for live telecast. NDC granted $832 million tax waiver, but rejecting $335 million by the MPP. That's coming from the majority. And the Bible verse on the Chronicle for today is 1 John chapter 5, verse 14 to 15, and it reads, "This is the confidence we have in approaching God, that if we ask anything according to his will, he hears us. And if we know that he hears us, whatever we ask, we know that we have what we asked of him." And this brings me to your inspiration for the morning, where you were telling our viewers that, I mean, whatever you are looking up to God for, today happens to be the last day of the month, so they should be steadfast.
It's a good scripture for the day.
Yes.
It's a good scripture for the day.
So spot on.
Yeah. All right. Well, the Republic Press here says, Amidu dares a backbend and refuses to apologize over Dubai secret meeting claims. You know, Amidu, he will release the fella right now, so we're going to see how this is going to fall out. It's time we move some government services out of Accra. I agree, 100%. Arise Ghana calls for Attorney General's dismissal. We have Parliament gives 7-day deadline to Martin Amidu to retract allegations against Alan Bagbin. Well, you know, if you corner a tiger, the tiger might strike out at you. Yeah. Government to meet organized labor over SNIT Hotels sale dispute. And judiciary and the siege is a question as MPP NDC trade blows over ambulance trial. That's it for the Republic Press.
Right, I have the Inquisitor. Weird petition against SP. Things fall apart. Authenticity of petition in doubt. KGL boss tops private sector CEOs again. Cath labor unions support CEO as his impeccable achievements pop up. Patrick Boama to win Okankwe Central again. Interesting. Nick Danso Ejei gets more honors.
The Informer has these headlines. It says, corruption retards development. Baumia pledges political will to fight it. Tackle bad roads in Volta, clergy to Baumia. Research reveals 10% Ghanaian youth are mad. They need psychiatric attention. Now, mad, of course, is in quotes because it's a medical condition. And so it'll be interesting to read a little bit more in that story. On the launch of Vision 2057, Ghana needs decentralized political development. A governance expert is speaking. And PBC workers on warpath demand probe into alleged mismanagement. You know, we had Vision 2020.
Yeah.
The question I ask is, did we ever see the vision?
The vision come to life.
Now we have done Vision 2057. Okay.
Right, I have the Business and Financial Times newspaper right here. Long-term plan critical for economic transformation. AGI as NDPC launches Vision 2057. GCB Bank's boss named Banking CEO of the Year at the 8th CEO Summit and Awards. Cocoa exports tumble lowest since 2021 as trade surpluses marks lack of real growth. And also Finance Minister joins calls Africa Credit Rating Agency. And prioritize training for safe nuclear energy development. And also how responsible investment combines financial benefits and impact. So that's it for the B and FT.
Okay, let me just
newspaper.
quickly read a bit of this story here that came on the Informer. It says here, 10% youth mad in quotes need psychiatric attention. I'll read just a portion of it. You can get the Informer and go into the whole story there. Chief Executive Officer, CEO of the Mental Health Authority, Professor Pinamang Apau, has revealed that that research has shown that nearly 10% of Ghanaian youth need psychiatric attention. So if there's 1,000 people, 100 of them need psychiatric attention. That's a very serious number. Okay? Yeah. According to her, the mental health of the youth in the country has serious repercussions for their academic performance, social interactions, and quality of life. In another area of concern, she noted, was the increasing perinatal mental health, which the authority CEO has said has to do with the psychological well-being of women during pregnancy, childbirth, and up to a year after childbirth. Professor Apau made the revelation at a forum on mental health themed "It's Okay," or organized by the by KNUST in collaboration with the Konfanochi Teaching Hospital, pointing out that the youth faced increasing rates of depression, anxiety, substance abuse, behavioral addictions such as gambling, and attempted suicides, which is said was problematic. And the story goes on. You can read the entire thing here. But yes, very important conversations for us to open up and talk about. And I'm glad that at least someone is leading the charge in this direction.
We need to take mental health a bit more seriously in this country because lots of people are going through it, and many a times when people are going through issues because of stigma and what people get to say about them, they're unable to actually talk to anybody about it. They harbor everything in there and they get depressed, frustrated, and then end up in these places. We need to have we need to be very intentional about these kind of conversations and have a lot of sensitization because, trust me, the youth are the future of the country. So we can't afford to be losing everybody to mental health. See, the country
If it's
is hard.
10%, it's too high. It's way too high. It's a problem. That's actually a real problem. Anyway,